Here we are at the extension office, and here's our incubator. We're on day 6. I've checked the temperature and the humidity. I did have to add water. Over the weekend it got a little bit low on humidity. I added water to bring the humidity back up again. Here is what our chick looks like now. You can see the eyeballs are still big and bold, and you should know this is the first day that our chick voluntarily starts moving around inside of this egg. That's pretty exciting. Stay tuned for more.
Hi, my name is Sarah Brode. I'm a County Extension Agent for Ag and Natural Resources in Franklin County. And today we're going to look at and talk about the parts of the egg and also look at and talk about fertile versus infertile eggs. So come along with me and let's look at the parts of the egg. So right now we have an egg that we have cracked open. Can you see the shell? This is the shell. Of course, that protects the egg, keeps all the bad stuff out, and keeps the stuff inside the egg in. So on the inside of the shell, come close, we have what's called the air cell. Can everybody see that shiny little bubble at the bottom? That's the air cell. And that air cell is actually where, in a fertile egg, if it was growing a chicken, would be where the baby chicken would get his first breath of air. So also on the inside of this shell, if we peel it back, there are several layers of membranes. And you can see the membrane right there. And that membrane is also another layer of protection that helps keep bad things out of the egg and good things in. Now, if we look on our plate, we've got the rest of the inside of the egg. So of course we've got the white, which is actually known as the albumin, okay? So when we're cooking, we talk about egg whites, but when we're talking about the inside of an egg as it relates to a baby chicken, this is the albumin, all right? And the albumin kind of serves as like a type of bubble wrap for the baby chicken, shock absorber. It also helps keep the baby chicken moist inside the egg. Now when we look on this egg, so we've got the yolk. Everybody knows about the yolk. It's the yellow part. And a lot of people think the yolk is what becomes the baby chicken, but it's not. The yolk actually serves as the nutrition for the baby chicken. So while the baby chicken's inside the egg, this yolk will actually be attached to its stomach, and it will be taking in a little bit of yolk each day, and that's what provides all the nutrition and liquid that the baby chicken needs. Now, if we turn this yolk a little bit, you can see the white right there on the end. And that white, there's actually some there, and there'll be some on the other side as well. That's known as the chalosa. And the chalosa kind of serves as a spindle, and it helps hold the baby chicken in place when it's inside the egg growing, okay? So that's just the chalosa, those white stringy things on the either side of the yolk. Okay. Now, the other thing that we want to look at when we're looking at eggs is going to be the germ spot or the germinal disc. And so I'm going to crack our other egg right now because this is where we can look at fertile versus infertile eggs. All right. So as you can see, if we look at this egg right here, this is actually a fertile egg. You can tell that there's really no difference between a fertile egg and an infertile egg in what it looks like. It's got an air cell right there. It's got a shell. It's got membranes. It's got a yolk and the albumin or the white as well. But the main difference, well, really the only difference between a fertile and an infertile egg is going to be the germinal disc, or sometimes it's called the germ spot. So if we look over here, I've got my grocery store egg, which is an infertile egg because grocery store eggs are always infertile. They would never grow a chicken. And then this egg right over here is actually a fertile egg. So let's see if we can get a closer look at the germinal disc or the germ spot of the two. So this is our fertile egg. So we're going to look at it first, and we're going to get real close up on top of it. And if you look closely, you can see kind of a donut shape right there on top. Okay? So, well, we'll let it focus a minute. See that ring right there? That is the germinal disc. So in a fertile egg, it looks kind of like a donut. It's just a little ring like that. So now let's move over to our infertile egg and get a little closer. And can everybody see that there's a white spot right there, kind of at the end of my pencil? If it'll focus a little better. That white spot that you can see right there, that is the germ spot or the germinal disc in an infertile egg. So it just looks like a white spot kind of on top of the yolk. So that's the difference. That's the only difference between an infertile and a fertile egg, is that germinal disc. So this germinal disc for the fertile egg, again, looks like a donut shape. That is what will actually divide and become your baby chicken. So that's where all the genetic material is. So once you apply the heat, those cells start to divide and turn into the different parts of the baby chicken. So I hope you've enjoyed this lesson on parts of the egg and fertile versus infertile. The next time we meet, we will actually weigh our eggs and put them inside the incubator. So can't wait to see you then. Thanks. Bye.